All right, here we go. Welcome back to another World Team League match. This one is from week 1, featuring the Platinum Heroes versus Invictus Gaming. And there we got, on the top right, it was Vindicta. And on the bottom left, we've got BreakingGG. BreakingGG, kind of the replacement, as it were, for Coffee. And he has got... he's going to have a bit of a tough time. He's going to have a bit of a tough time. This is... yeah, this is a situation that I don't know if he's too familiar with, to be perfectly honest. Playing in a competitive atmosphere where there's more pressure on him. He is not the 4th player anymore. He is now the 3rd player. Okay, look at that, taking a little drag from his vape. That's kind of funny. This is a pretty important match for both teams, by the way. This is a matchup that could definitely affect who gets relegated. I do think that Platinum Heroes is going to be able to comfortably avoid relegation, but if they were to lose this game to Invictus Gaming, that does not become the case anymore. That is very much a different story. We're looking at a very uncomfortable situation for them in that scenario. Now, if everything works out perfectly for them, they could be one of the teams who is knocking on the door of maybe sneaking in for that 7th playoff spot. I think even the most optimistic Platinum Heroes fan would recognize that it's... anything more than that would be a bit of a miracle. Anything higher than a 6th or 7th finish. But it is within reach. Vindicta with some nice micro right here. Platinum Heroes certainly did make their roster stronger in the offseason, though, which is pretty neat. We are going to be seeing a quick 3rd CC here from Vindicta. It's no surprise there. Vindicta is a player that has evolved a lot in terms of his play recently. But he's still got a lot of growing that he can do. Oh, grenade. Oh, if he could have recognized that creep tumor just a little bit sooner, he might have been able to get it. Instead, it survives. It was at 1.1 HP away from going down. Very quick layer out of BreakingGG. This is a really fast 2-base build. Very interesting right here. Oh, nice job. Saves the hatchery there. I think this is going to be 2-base Muta out of BreakingGG. It's got 2 more gases on the way. Yeah, Baneling Nest. Yeah, this is going to be 2-base Muta. Okay. Cool. This is old school. This is super old school. Vindicta. Oh, he's going to go for the scan. Doesn't see the layer finish up, just sees that there is a layer, and he doesn't see that 4th gas being taken, mostly because the 4th gas has not yet been taken. But I'm really surprised that BreakingGG hasn't taken that 4th gas, especially after the scan expired. He does start up that Spire, but, like, you're going to want that gas, like, now. Okay, there we go. He takes it. This is kind of how you do 2-base Muta now, but it's a little... I still feel like you want to get that gas a little bit sooner. Just, well, you just want more Mutas to pop out. Like, it's really important to get that first shock, and especially once the scan goes down and expires, you really want to go for that. Now, Vindicta is going to get into the main base here. Is there... oh, is there a Spore? No, there's not. Wait, does he not... did he cancel Cloak? I swear I saw Cloak on the production tab. He's still going to be able to find several drones in the main base. This is okay harassment. I mean, it's 2 drones. Oh, he could have killed that queen, too. He still can. And, ooh, the transfuse just coming on in. Almost acting as a bait. Almost getting the kill there. Okay, scan in the natural does see the mutas, and immediately 3 turrets get started up. Good job from Vindicta. He is on top of this. Oh, the Hellions getting into the 3rd base. We'll find... How'd they find 2 drones? That's actually not going to be the best value. Can he get that last drone? No, he just attacks the Lings. Not really any point in microing the Hellion there at the end, just because it's, like, out of HP. Oh, Banshee. Oh, flies into the Spore. It's a little bit sloppy from Vindicta. Not what you want to see. I mean, the Banshee was going to go down anyways, probably with the mutas popping out. But it would have been nice to at least position it where the Spore doesn't kill it coincidentally. Then at least you can, like, force the mutas back, maybe. Or you pick off 1 or 2 drones before the queens get it. Like, you can do something. If Vindicta had let Cloak finish, he would have gotten a lot of damage. He would have gotten probably 10, 15 drones. We're talking maybe game-ending damage. BreakingGG. Okay, there we go. He does start up his 1-1. But I think he is going to be going really heavy on the mutas here. Ooh, 1 muta does fall for just 2 SCVs there. Little sloppy running that into the turret and the bunker. The main goal of this is, 1, to keep map control, but 2, you really got to keep these mutas alive. Now, BreakingGG has actually not added on any more mutas just now. There we go. That's the kind of stuff you want to find is units transferring between bases. Force your opponent to stim, force them to spend actions defensively, and just keep your units alive on really small pickoffs until you get up to a bigger muta count. Because right now, Vindicta's going to have a really strong timing. It's actually coming online right this moment with the 1-1 and the combat shields. And you want enough mutas to try and keep your opponent at home. Okay, scan comes down. Doesn't see too much, to be honest. BreakingGG is looking for an opening here. I wonder what we're going to see as a transition. Will it be Fast Hive? We do have Vindicta going for the Drilling Claws, which is, of course, excellent against Mutiling Bane. It's just a really strong combo. The Mines being able to burrow quickly really makes it difficult to find value with the mutas. Oh, and look at that. 1 Marine for 1 muta. Once again, good trade for Vindicta. I'd really love to see what the unit's loss is. It's probably pretty solid for Vindicta right now. Even though not a ton has happened. Okay, this is a little scary for Vindicta. He's going to have to kite back 2 more of his Marines, but he's able to do so. I do like what BreakingGG is setting up, though, with this. He's now saying you're going to have to pay attention everywhere. That's what that move does for me. That's what I see that move as more than anything. It says if you don't pay attention, heavily pay attention to everywhere, you're going to run into a bunch of Banes. They're going to be anywhere on the map. And BreakingGG's creep spread, pretty decent right now. Vindicta is on 77 SCVs, but the 4th base is not yet done for Vindicta. So those SCVs mostly not going to gain any value until that base comes online, until he can actually land it. Oh, and this is exactly what I was talking about right here. Vindicta with a hot pickup does save most of the Marines. BreakingGG just looking to pick off small number of units wherever he can. I really like this little marauding force of Lings and Banes. Oh, I don't like him going back in here. That was... He gets like 1 mine and a couple of bio units, but that was not worth it, I don't think. Still, it does create pressure, and there was always a chance that could have worked out. Would really like to see BreakingGG with the map control that he's got. At minimum, he has to take down those rocks outside of his 4th base. Would really like to see him take down, I mean, the forward rocks that are defending his opponent's 3rd if he can. We are seeing Thors hitting the field here for Vindicta, and this is a big timing strength for Vindicta right now. He's got 2-2 versus 1-1. He's got that Drilling Claws done. BreakingGG still getting a pretty decent creep spread. It's not outstanding, but it's decent. Ooh, we do have these... Oh, nice hidden Widow Mines. Very nice mines, actually. Only loses 1 mine, gets 2 mutas. That's an excellent trade for Vindicta. And these mutas, they haven't paid off yet. We do have that hive on the way now. And it's going to time out pretty well with 2-2 finishing. Now, single medevac drops are so good against Mutiling Bane play. Oh, look at this. We got a Hydra Den. This could be a transition into Lurkers. That'd be kind of neat. I wouldn't mind that at all. Mutas will get back here. We'll deal with this drop, but the Mutas were forced back. Now, there is an attack on the third base of Vindicta. Can we look at the attack? There we go. Perfect. Looks like all the SCVs, maybe one of them got killed. Almost all the SCVs got saved, if not all of them. Another single drop on the right side. Yes, very little going down for Vindicta. Good job. Good reaction time. And drop on the right side. Yeah, it finds a queen. So far, we haven't seen a decisive engagement one way or another, but we're seeing both players passing little tests very nicely. Vindicta not falling apart at all. BreakingGG not losing his mutas. He's lost a few mutas, but it's not like a critical number. I still think I like how Vindicta's played this a little bit better. Oh, it's a greater Spire. Oh, that is really interesting from BreakingGG here, especially when Thors are already on the field. Oh, these Banes. I think Vindicta might be retargeting that Widow Mine in the back. BreakingGG getting a pretty big bloody nose here. Vindicta targeting down Banes. Oh, he gets all but one of them before it gets into the mineral line. Only 8 SCVs going down. Not bad at all. Very nice defense here from Vindicta. Oh, barely pulls the unit back away from the Spore. Good job. Good micro. Still will get cleaned up, but it drags the mutas back, so there's value there. It is both, it's Vipers, or a Viper, Hydras, and that Greater Spire. Now, with no creep spread out in front of this base, this is going to be scary. 3-3 about to complete for Vindicta. Ooh, Siege Tank's getting some good shots. Bailey's trying to run forward, but the Marauder's tanking very effectively in the front. And Vindicta really starting to find some value. Okay, here we go. BreakingGG going for the break attempt. Widow Mines getting some okay shots. Thor's tanking very mightily against this, but there's just so many lings. And BreakingGG, I mean, he will eventually clean this up. Wow, a lot of mutas, super low on HP. Vindicta so close to killing like 9 more mutas. BreakingGG, that's a lot of lings here, but Vindicta has... I still think that was a decent enough trade for him. However, BreakingGG does now get up to his 3-3. He held that base, very importantly. This game feels super even right now. It will depend a lot on what the next tech is. We got 5 Corruptors on the way. BreakingGG is going to be able to get up into those Broodlords. Scan for Vindicta. He's just going to pick off that little bit of creep at the front. Nibble away at it. Oh, I'd really like to see him target the creep. He doesn't get it. But he will save the Marauders. And, well, he kills a few Zergling. That's nice, too. Those are actual units that he's killing, not just energy on queens. At this point, BreakingGG probably doesn't want the mutas for much longer. He's not going to be able to really get any value with them. I mean, like, yeah, they're not useful supply. They're not particularly useful supply, that is. That Marauder's seen some shit, but will survive. 4 ghosts coming in at a time. We've also got the Fusion Core for the Lib range, which is going to be very good against an opponent if they add on Infestors or Lurkers. Now, we don't see that yet. And, oh, we are going to see a little engagement. Oh, my goodness, that's a big Widow Mine shot. Marines trying to kite back here. Well, they find the last 2 Banelings. A couple more show on up and will force the units to lift up and retreat. But once again, competent trades. Oh, nice snipe on the medevac, though. Good job from BreakingGG getting on top of that with the Hydra, staying persistent. Vindicta getting now a 6th base. And these Broodlords really want to find some value quickly. Widow Mine, funnily enough, targeting some lings that were killed by tanks. Thors are being added on, as well as ghosts. With only 5 Broodlords, it's very manageable for even like 2 or 3 Thors. 5 Broodlords is kind of a weird count. Double drop coming into the main base, but BreakingGG on top of it. This has been a very closely matched game so far. And in this case, the mutas actually add a lot of value. Oop, Ghost trying to find those Broodlords. But I think only one snipe was able to go off. And that was all the Ghosts cloaking up. That was a lot of energy wasted for really no gain. 8 drones did get picked off. BreakingGG, not maxed out. I wonder what he's going to fill out the rest of his supply with. I do think you want like 10 or 12 Broodlords to make them effective. Because, yeah, otherwise they just get picked off really easily in small numbers. We do see Vindicta adding on +2 vehicle weapons, which is, of course, going to be a big boost. Oh, looks like 3 Broodlords did get sniped down by those Ghosts. Okay, so it was not a waste of cloak and snipe energy. It was actually... He did get some value out of that. 3 Broodlords is a fair number. Now, can Vindicta deal with these Broods while trying to get up some more Thors? Vindicta's actually... Oh, Baneling run by. To get more SCVs. Doesn't look like it. We do see a drop on the bottom side. Found the 7th base of BreakingGG, which is pretty nice. So far, they're just kind of... It's a bit of a stalemate here. Ooh, Infestor does get a big fungal growth, but he's going to lose one of the Infestors, and... I mean, he gets a few Marines. Vindicta, the Marines just look like they got frozen in time right there. Very funky. Nice scan from Vindicta, clearing out a little bit of creep. Would love another scan here, but looks like BreakingGG will get in on top of this. We do see a nuke calling down on top of this base. Ooh, that could be a nice one. Snipes grabbing, I think, a couple Overseers. Oh, he's going to get the army, too. Oh, nuke, nuke, nuke. Please, watch the nuke. Good timing on that, Observer. Doesn't get the drones, and the army does get out of there. So that ends up being totally fine. It does take 14 seconds for the nuke to go from when it starts being called down to when it lands. But I still haven't trained myself to look at the game timer. Oh, Vindicta just going to... Oh, does he snipe it? No, he doesn't. BreakingGG will push this back. Nice Baneling target fire from Vindicta. Very nice Baneling target fire. Ooh, but that last one does get a decent connection. And will allow BreakingGG to win this little skirmish. Both players are playing very non-committally here. But I still feel like I like just a little bit more the way Vindicta's been playing it. But it's very much up in the air right now. One fight could very easily change the game's trajectory. Ooh, the Ghost. Does it get spotted here before the nuke lands? I think the nuke would kill that base. Yes, it would. Oh. Oh, it lands. As the Ghost dies, that's a successful nuke. And another one. Nuke on the army. Okay, he spots it. He spots it, and he will... Hang on, where's the detection? Oh, no, 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 the Broodlords! Watch the Broodlords! Oh, it's so underwhelming. But the nukes are good. That is still a lot of damage on those Broods. And that will leave a bit of an opening here. Now all the Broodlords are snipeable with just a single snipe, and Thors are going to do even better against them right here. Vindicta's decided that's enough for him to push, and I think he might be right. The mutas, once again, they're not really contributing anything to this fight. Hydra's going to try and flank it on top of this army, but they're not really going to get the job done. Ling's getting obliterated as well. We've got Vindicta. Just like that, he just smashes right through his opponent. And it turns out that nuke was not underwhelming. It did give him the opening he was looking for. Big fungal growth all over the Ghost, but the Banelings are not ready to chain up with that. And that means Vindicta will be able to get those Ghosts back. Nice pre-spread behind us. Great split on the Ghost in the backfield. And that is, well, that's a 100 supply lead. Vindicta's got him. Vindicta is going to take game number 1 of this series, almost certainly at this point. Vindicta still maxed out and on a bank even now. Well, actually, he spends that bank as he remaxes. But BreakingGG, no chance, no shot at this point. Very well done from Vindicta, and he will take game number 1 in this opening series. And we're back for game number 2 on Ancient Cistern. Spawning up the top right, it is Vindicta for the Platinum Heroes and his opponent. Spawning down on the bottom left, it's Invictus Gaming's BreakingGG, who was certainly confident. I would have really liked to have seen him trade out those mutas a lot earlier. Also, probably needed to transfuse those Broodlords and maybe have a couple more Infestors covering them on that left side. Oh, Hood's coming off from Vindicta. It's business time. BreakingGG, by the way, very strangely goes for the Extractor Trick play, which has been figured out to be empirically worse. But if it's a comfort thing, that's fine. It's okay. No worries, I get it. Personally, yeah, I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's there's no point. There's just no point to be honest. All right. What are we thinking we're going to see in this game number 2? Vindicta already with a strong start for Platinum Heroes. But I think their key to victory is for him to get the 2-0. ShaDoWn is a very strong player and should theoretically be favored against XY. But I think XY is a super dangerous player. And I think especially in TVP, he could mix things up. MacSed versus DNS, that one's a tough one to call. I think I give that one 50-50. So I think it is up to Vindicta to pave the way to victory, or at least take the pressure off of his allies. Because if he wins right here, then all they have to worry about is winning on a loser map pick, or just taking one map at all in each of their matches. Vindicta, by the way, doing a good job with this Reaper. Ooh, not quite able to get the block on that gas. That would have been really nice. This is a late third hatchery once again. Not super, super late, but it is later than standard. Why did BreakingGG just creep spread backwards? That is not what I expected. That is a strange move. Vindicta does fire up the fast third CC. So economically speaking, this is going to be great for Vindicta, for sure. Ooh, Ling's going to be looking for this Reaper, but it will escape on out. Got BreakingGG adding on a few more Lings, just make sure that he doesn't get Hellion YOLO'd. And that's pretty important. Ancient Cistern, I do think this is a pretty good Zerg map pick. BreakingGG seems to like his Ling run-bys a fair bit. Overlord, oh, okay. It does have a path where it could potentially avoid that Marine, but if he wants to see anything of value, he has to go right over it. Oh, BreakingGG getting actually supply blocked. Kind of rough at... I don't know if he just extractor tricked. I think he did. I think he did get a supply blocked at 52 and then double extractor tricked, because I don't think I saw an Overlord that was even in jeopardy of going down. So that's the only way he would get supply blocked there. Layer does get fired up. BreakingGG playing very safe with a super fast Bane Nest and a pretty fast Bane speed, it looks like. Ooh, did the Reaper see the Baneling Nest? It doesn't matter too much, but I mean, it's good information to have. Because then you can pretty much strike roaches off the list if you see a finished Baneling Nest. Or even if you just see a Baneling Nest on the way at this timing. And you can also be pretty confident that it is going to be Ling Bane play, most likely macro. Now, what are we going to be seeing here? This time, Vindicta did go for Cloak. He wants he wants to have the opportunity to, if BreakingGG made a mistake and didn't build spores, he wants the opportunity to kill like 10, 15 drones. But in this case, the spores did get built. So it's going to be less of an opportunity for that. He still might be able to find some value with these. Oh, we do see creep tumor spreading in the main base. And, oh, queen, a little bit exposed, but will get saved. Still, one drone does fall. No, he lets the queen get back into the danger zone, but he gets on out of there. Good job. Good job, BreakingGG. Ooh, Lane's trying to get in on top of these Hellions on the third base, but good positioning from Vindicta. Very nice positioning from Vindicta, and he doesn't even lose a single Hellion. Well done by the American Terran. Platinum Heroes got to be happy with their pickup. Vindicta, one of the best... Ooh, right as I say that, 3 SCVs not mining. They're having themselves a little campfire there in the natural. Vindicta is... He is one of those players that actually does have a fair amount of experience in the World Team League. Not a ton, but enough to be comfortable. And that's valuable. As we saw in the previous series with Trigger in his first game against SOS, there was a few missteps. He let some adepts in that he didn't need to. He really lost track of his opponent's army at one point, and it put him in some jeopardy for sure. Ooh, looks like BreakingGG is going to be going Ling Bane Hydra here. He's got a few Banelings running out on the right side, but I think Vindicta just spotted them. I think he's got a spotter unit on that right side, so very nice job from Vindicta. Meanwhile, going to be able to clear out a bunch of creep in the middle. Doesn't get the active creep tumor, which would have been really nice. And, oh, hang on. That's a Dropper Lord. Oh, very neat. I think, yeah, he just finished Overlord Speed. Just completed here. We are going to be seeing... And we're back here. Looks like we've got Vindicta just cleared up a little bit of creep. And he'll get back out there. The constant skirmish for creep in the middle of the map. It's kind of fine. We are going to be seeing Baneling drop getting queued up on the right side. But Vindicta is prepared with one, I think, a spotter depot on that right side. Or something spotting. He's got units. I see blue on that right side for sure. I do think Overlord drops are one of the, especially up until very recently, one of the most underutilized aspects of Zerg play. But we are starting to see players use it a lot more. Dark has been using Ling drops en masse for quite a while. 4 or 5 Overlords. Serral is starting to do the same thing. We've seen Serral using single Bane drops. Now, the only thing about like single Bane drops is that it feels expensive. And it feels difficult to find the value. BreakingGG does need to start up his 2-2. Vindicta forgot his +2 armor, it looks like, for a while. So his +2 is actually quite delayed. Nice double drop in the main base. Ooh, does BreakingGG... I think the creep sees this. Vindicta going to stim on in here. And, ooh, these queens. Well, no transfuse. No, there's enough Lings here. Lings are going to be able to push this back. And one medevac. Almost getting taken out. No, I think it did just go down. Vindicta didn't pull it far enough back. Oh, hang on. No. Looks like the medevac got away. Okay, yeah, it wasn't in the battle report. Nice. I do like the addition of spores. A lot of these bases are very big and makes drops very annoying to deal with. Nice little Hellbat funnel right here. Ooh, but as the depots go down, Baneling's able to get some good connections. Vindicta. Ooh, that's a big Widow Mine on the defense. And BreakingGG, he will break through here initially. Ooh, gonna be finding a little bit of a drop in the middle. So far, once again, they seem very well matched for one another. Vindicta, though, with the reinforcements, will drive this army back and clean that little portion up on around his third base. Single drop left over, not able to get that base quite. Ooh, the Spore Crawler's in the main base, paying off instantly. Getting that one medevac. Very nice find. And that's the thing. Now you can't just queue up drops. Spore Crawler does go down, which is... At least it's something for Vindicta. Wow, that Widowmine from downtown. Action really starting to heat up here. Oh, the friendly fire on the medevac. Not what you want to see. We got the traitor mines coming out. Not the end of the world for Vindicta, but still not what you want at all. Ooh, Widow Mines trying to burrow here to cover this big mine shot. A little bit of a mine drag, but not enough. We do see the Overseer getting sniped there by Vindicta, it looks like. But can he get out of here? There's not enough room on the bus. So some of you are going to have to walk, and unfortunately walking means going through the acid splash. Still, Vindicta saves 3 full medevacs worth of bio. Vindicta is transitioning into Ghosts now for the next stage, and he scans, sees that the Hive is not yet done. He's going to be like, okay, well, I'm in a pretty good position then, aren't I? But BreakingGG is playing very aggressively here. Oh, Lings and Banes will find a couple of bio units here. Vindicta trying to stim back. SCV is being pulled away from this base. This is a huge, massive maneuver surround coming on in from BreakingGG. But Vindicta so far is weathering the storm pretty effectively. Saved a lot of bio units, pulled his SCVs out immediately. Not any siege tanks to cover for him, but he does manage to hold about as well as anyone could ask in a situation like this. Ooh, Command Center getting very low on HP. BreakingGG will get one of them. Bioforce is very low on HP, but Vindicta has just enough reinforcements to drive this back and pick off a good number of the Hydras there. Vindicta, that was an amazing hold. That was a really difficult attack to deal with. BreakingGG playing so aggro. But now Vindicta, off the back of that hold, he's got 3-3 finishing very shortly. He has a lot of bio. He's going to be able to retake his 4th base. Well, I guess 3rd base, actually. BreakingGG definitely found some momentum there, but Vindicta is going to try and swing back hard and fast. Oh, Widowmine unburrowing here. Not going to re-burrow, and he will lose the mine. Also getting forced back. Vindicta's army... It feels like... I'm curious where his supply is right now. Not actually sure. I assume it's all just sitting at home while he does these drops. Well, not all, but a lot of it. He does have 81 SCVs, which is a lot. 3-3 for Vindicta, now going to finish on up, and that will be a big power spike for him. Especially, do the Hydras have +1 missile? I think they do. There's... Oh, Parasitic Bomb gets a fully loaded medevac. That's really nice for BreakingGG. Actually, he... Oh. Almost gets these 2 medevacs. A single queen would shoot them both out of the sky super easily. Wow, these are some... These bio units... Yeah. Yeah, they had families. All right, here we go. A big push coming in on the top side. 5th base is going to get forced to lift. Wasn't yet a planetary, so he's able to get it out of there. That is so much Hydra Bane. BreakingGG is really aggro. He has a lot to manage. Vindicta, though, does find the base on the bottom side and will knock his opponent back down to just 5 bases while being able to resecure his own 5th base. I would love to see Vindicta doing more random Widow Mines in the middle of the map. Just a mine here or there. Because BreakingGG was doing exactly this, and that's where those mines pay off. Oh, big shots. That was like 40 Zerglings for 2 mines. Oh, those were value mines. Couple of Liberators. Being, I assume, shift-clicked, but I think maybe right through them. It was literally 40 Lings. Wow. Wow. That was... Feel good about that. Better than I should. Greater Spire once again coming on in. When it's half done, that's when you want to start up the Corruptors. So if he wants the Corruptors to come on in, and he wants the Broodlords as quickly as possible, there we go. Starts up 7 Corruptors. We do see the super bunkers by the way, ready to hold around that 5th base. And I like that Vindicta has done this because of how aggro BreakingGG has been. Nice little abduct right there on a lone tank. BreakingGG really, he really does have a strong, aggressive spirit, which is very cool. Vindicta comfortably on 5 bases now, though. He is very well buttoned up tight. I love that little engineering bay wall against a potential Bane run by. Going to be making it very difficult to just smash into the planetary. I'm surprised Terrans don't do that more, especially on the outside. But we have seen Terrans do, by the way, nice splitting from Vindicta right there, getting a good cost-efficient cleanup. What we have seen Terrans starting to do is target fire with the planetary on top of the Banelings. As well as Clem and Maru have both been kind of jumping, and Beyond, jumping SCVs in and out. Now, we are going to see an overwhelming force right here push this back, but Vindicta just gets up into the medevac, hits that boost button, and gets on out. Vindicta, he's just being a constant pest with these drops. Like, they're never achieving super huge damage, but they are such an annoyance to deal with. Now the Liberator's coming in on the bottom side. These ones, they're going to squeak past these Hydras. Oh, no, they're not. Well, they both get blown out of the sky very quickly. BreakingGG will be forced to cancel his, I guess that's his 7th base. Broodlord's finally going to show up and will push in on this base, but there's no detection. A couple of Queens getting a little bit too feisty. By the way, the Hydras did not have +1 missiles, so they are just now getting it. And Vindicta, yeah, he's going to be able to muscle his way through that decent little splitting. And the Marauders do actually quite well against Hydras. We are going to be seeing this Bioforce. Ooh, Widowmine getting an okay connection. Nuke defensively here. I don't think that should be able to get too much done. Yeah, there we go. Nice abduct coming on in from BreakingGG. Oh, that's a huge fungal growth. That was what was missing in the previous game. And he manages to get a big fungal on those ghosts. Nice splits from Vindicta. Does get out of there before losing too much. And meanwhile, the base on the bottom side did go down. Vindicta is holding for now. He's trying to get into two Thors at a time to deal with those Broodlords. Thors really do answer the Broods extremely well. Liberators trying to siege up, will push the Queens and Infestors back, and that protects those ghosts, covers them. Meanwhile, Vindicta on the bottom side does have enough repair to keep that base alive. There's no Banelings there. Oh, nice job from Vindicta. He drops back in, gets another cancel on this base. Just lift. Nice. Lifts up and gets out. Changelings do provide a bit of high ground vision. Vindicta, oh, actually, he actually killed some of them by accident by scanning the creep tumor and hitting them with the splash damage. Hellbat's going to do very well in a pinch against the Broodlings, by the way. Oh, the Siege Tank fire, not quite enough. Almost enough to take down the Banes before they reach the planetary, but 20 SCBs and the base went down. Now Vindicta's economy is not great. Now, we do see BreakingGG only on 66 drones, which means he is super broke as well. And he does need to keep pushing and break this base. Abduct on the Liberators. Very nice right there. Oh, Ghost coming on forward. Big fungal growth on a couple of those Ghosts in the front line. This is going to be the game-deciding fight. They are both very poor at this stage. Unless, of course, BreakingGG just backs away. In which case, that will not be the game-deciding fight at all. This is going to be a really difficult little push to deal with. The Hellbats, they could find a lot of value here. Ooh, another Ghost coming forward for a nuke. Banelings trying to get on top of the Hellbats, but not able to do so. Marauders able to soak them up. Yeah, Vindicta's going to win this little skirmish very effectively. Meanwhile, nuke at the, I guess, 4th base location. That will be a dead base on the bottom. Very nicely done. Oh, the nuke. Very nice. 12 drones. Another nuke landing here. Vindicta really starting to find some purchase here. Last 45 seconds or so for him going very well. Last 30 seconds even going very well. Did the nuke land? Oh! I'm looking at the supply. No, it did not. I'm surprised we're seeing +2 vehicle armor instead of +3 weapons. Yeah, +3 weapons I think would be more valuable in a pinch, unless he plans to get a second armory, but I really don't think he has the economy to comfortably get a second armory. Vindicta has rebuilt that base on the bottom side, and oh, a nuke. Where did this... Is this from behind? Where is that even from? That must be from, like, the top left. Okay, yeah, it was. Wow. That could have been the sneakiest nuke. But it will get cleaned up here by BreakingGG. He realized he realized he has spores at the front. By the way, I love these spores with the push. But this is scary trying to push up this ramp. The Liberators make it really difficult to approach with the Infestors. Oh, another nuke getting queued up. Of course, he puts it on hold fire. You can see that its gun is not in its hand until it fires down the laser dot. Nice job from BreakingGG, by the way, to notice this. Oh, man. Oh, nice nuke. BreakingGG would love to start abducting some of these Thors into his army if he can. Was he going to abduct this? Oh, he's playing with fire a little bit. Oh my god, he's playing with fire. Get out, get out, get out! Okay. Only loses the 2 spores. It's fine. That was a little scary. Meanwhile, on the bottom right side, base going to get defended once again. It's neat how there's been constantly, really in both of these games, there's been 2 fights going on simultaneously. There's been the big fight on one side of the map and a littler fight on the other side. Snipes. Ooh, he does get one of the Vipers, but loses 1 Ghost and the Liberator for it. I mean, the Liberator had already been abducted. Banelings are... Well, they're going to get pushed back once again. I really like this little hit squad that Vindicta's put together. Just a few Hellbats. Couple Marauders. Now he's adding on tanks to this bottom side. He's keeping BreakingGG from ever mining from this base while he's building a very significant bank. Vindicta is playing great right now. Now, Vindicta did just sack a few SCVs at the front, and this army will get cleaned up. But BreakingGG is broke. He is so broke right now. Whereas Vindicta, he can afford to throw away a couple units at this point. Not an infinite number, especially after he sacks 15 SCVs. I actually don't think I agree with him sacking SCVs, but he might be going for a kill move army. That Broodlord count is gigantic, by the way. Vindicta really searching for this nuke. He is using them mostly defensively. By the way, the Planetary Fortress will manage to finish. Oh, nuke. It finds a couple spores. That's nice. It's value. And... Oh, that Ghost had itself a little bit of afternoon delight right there. Oh, the creep spread is gone, so we're going to see 1 spore getting sucked to death. The other one will get just blown up. Man, this base has been the Achilles heel of BreakingGG in this entire game, and Vindicta has just been keeping his opponent occupied this whole game and keeping his opponent from ever actually getting that base. Such a well done execution from Vindicta on the constant denial of this base, knowing that the Broodlords are super immobile. Meanwhile, push coming in on the top side from Vindicta. He's going to clear out a bunch of creep. Wanted these Broodlords, and actually he is going to go for the fight, but the Blinding Cloud Fungal Growth combo is very good. And another Fungal Growth going to land here on a couple units. That actually went pretty well for BreakingGG. The problem is he needs to kill everything. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Vindicta finding... actually, he's finding a breakthrough. And BreakingGG's got nothing to deal with this. It's just the Broodlords. If Vindicta just goes for the tech, BreakingGG is going to lose everything in the main. Vindicta, interestingly, going after the Evo chambers here. I do like that nuke to zone this out. Oh! Please, please, please. No, the Ghost died. Oh, that would have been the sexiest nuke of all time. Still, Vindicta pushes his opponent. I mean, drags him all the way back home. I think Vindicta, that was just a game-winning maneuver right there. He's been slowly but surely taking more and more control of this game, but now he has really solidified it. Cheeky little Hellbat morph. Vindicta immediately realizing he doesn't have smart servos and firing that up. And it's a little bit of an underwhelming GG timing, but Vindicta gets the 2-0. Very well done. And he puts Platinum Heroes up to a strong start. And here we go for game number 3. Spawning down on the bottom right, it is DNS for the Platinum Heroes. And his opponent, it is MacSed for Invictus Gaming. MacSed has been around for forever, seems like. Been around for a very long time. These two players, very different careers, but I feel like this is a super evenly matched setup on paper. DNS, very crisp player, one of the many French players who is quite a strong player, was a part of Root Gaming, but was picked up by Platinum Heroes in the offseason. Looking very sharp, by the way. A nice turtleneck sweater. Can shap. MacSed just rocking the low V-neck. Now you're caught up to date on the fashion report. Very important, I know. The most important, perhaps. All right, PvP. Let's see what these two elect to open up with. MacSed cutting probe production, and he gets his Nexus up a little bit faster. DNS electing to continue building probes and starts up the Zealot, so results in a funny little scenario in terms of supply. DNS, if he gets the Nexus down right now, he's just going to have more probes. Yeah, okay. I like this situation for DNS as a starting setup. Even though MacSed's Nexus is quicker, yeah, I like DNS's position better out of the gate, especially going for the early Stargate. It provides so much potential. Probably just going to see 1, maybe 2 oracles off of it. Obviously, if it's just 1 oracle, Shield Battery will do the job, but if it's 2 oracles, Shield Battery becomes useless. So it's going to be worthwhile for MacSed to try and figure out whether it is the commitment to the second oracle. So hopefully he'll be able to check in and see whether that's the case. All right. What are we going to be seeing here? Adept is going to get blocked. Ooh, gateway, proxy gateway. Okay. So we're going to be seeing MacSed going for a fair bit of aggression here. It will be that double oracle, which means the shield batteries he's building, while they will initially provide value, won't deal with that second setup. However, he is going to be looking to get a lot of work done. MacSed. Oh, shield battery not quite done in the main base. That will be 1 dead probe before it completes. However, eventually you do burn through. The oracle does 22 damage, so it takes 10 ticks of damage to kill it off. And look at that, we got battery overcharge having to be popped. Stalkers are going to be warped in aggressively from MacSed. He will need to warp in at home to deal with the second oracle when it comes across the map. What does... Oh, this is interesting. DNS dropped a stasis ward. Ooh, stasis ward ramp. Oh, it caught everything. That is a huge stasis ward. Oh my god, that is such a good stasis ward from DNS. Now, it did catch all the stalkers, which is funny because it actually kind of keeps them safe here, but it buys DNS so much time to warp in additional units. Shield battery not going to get killed, which is kind of funny because MacSed will actually want to kill it off pretty soon to get out of his own base. DNS, oh, did miss Micro the Oracles on the first shot, but gets 4 probes there. Now he's up 7 workers. Yeah, this is looking very good, I gotta say, for for DNS if MacSed can't find some value. MacSed does have Blink on the way, but DNS has it a fair bit faster. As well, he's trying to gear up and take a third Nexus, it looks like. And he's got enough Stalkers. Well, it's 5v5, but that is enough to push his opponent back. Ooh, Adepts on the right side. Gonna try and sneak on in here. Robotics facility from MacSed. Where is it? I think it's just in the main base. Not that it really matters too much. Scouting probe, or I guess scouting probe, is going to get found here. DNS does have enough Stalkers to push this back, but he did lose a pylon. However, MacSed will lose a pylon and get supply blocked from it. Actually, a brutal block. And now Double Oracle getting into the natural will be quite a few dead probes. However, the Double Adept got into the natural of DNS, and he is going to lose way more probes to this. Oh, he's losing a lot of probes. Very nice positioning from MacSed, funneling those probes up. That is a lot of damage. 11 workers for just 2 Adepts. Now DNS really needs to find some value. Ooh, he's going to kill the shield battery at the third base. Blink is done for DNS. MacSed, where's the rest of his army? He's going to get blinked on here. Going to lose several of these Stalkers. Blink not quite done yet for MacSed. DNS. Ooh, that reinforcement route of Stalkers, not the best. He will... Oh, very weird little blink right there. And now that allows MacSed to blink defensively. DNS, did he just get overly aggressive? I don't think so, because now Oracles are going off in the main base, and there was too many Stalkers for DNS anyways. He is going to just... he's just going to win right here. Even with the ability to warp into the fight, DNS is going to be able to overwhelm and take game 1. 13 more probes had gone down, and we've got Sweater Man coming in. And here we go for game number 4. Platinum Heroes on the verge of taking it down with this, well, with a map win right here. It is DNS. And spawning up at the top right for Invictus Gaming, it is MacSed in the red. Yeah, if DNS just can take the map, he can take the reins out of TY's hands. XY, not TY. XY's hands. Yeah, 3-0 lead. Very nice for the Platinum Heroes here. Now, of course, every map does matter, especially for a team like Platinum Heroes that they have to know that it is an outside shot of them making the playoffs. There's a lot of strong teams. Team Liquid, who has been one of the teams that's missed the playoffs in that 8th spot multiple times, got a huge boost to the roster with Skilless joining up. Huge boost, in fact. Will be double gate versus double gate. No surprise. It's PvP. It's to be expected. And I do expect it. Now, okay. First deviation, Stalker Sentry from MacSed, double Stalker from DNS. Of course, that early Sentry going to give you lots of good scouting information. You get to figure out kind of what is going on. For the most part, there's really 3 openings off double gas that you'll see commonly, which is double Stalker, Stalker Sentry, and double Adept. Of course, with double Adept, you're going to be looking to get something done. With double Stalker, you're looking to gain map control and maybe outfight double Adept. And with Stalker Sentry, you are looking to get a very early hallucination onto the map. Now, we do see DNS building a pylon and a cybernetics core here to block his opponent's expansion. And I mean, it is going to delay his opponent's expansion for a while. He's going to be able to take his own base. MacSed, oh, he does have enough units here to drive this back. But, I mean, this will buy more time. DNS isn't going to let that Cybercore finish, is he? With it taking no damage, it might be worth it to let it finish. Yeah, he's gonna let it finish. I actually think I like this decision. MacSed gonna take his second base on the third base location in that triangle base location, which is not the comfiest thing to do. That's not what you want to do. This quick hallucination, by the way, doesn't see a whole lot that will make you happy. Doesn't see any weird tech. Just sees standard play. It sees the Twilight Council timing. That's good. It sees the Nexus, but he also knows that it's faster than his Nexus. Yeah, this is a pretty good start for DNS, I think. Now, MacSed will have a pretty decent-sized blink timing advantage. He's going to have to utilize that, I think. Because by the time MacSed finishes his Nexus, DNS is probably going to be up 4 or 5 probes. Probably 4 probes. Well, unless he doesn't start probe production. Okay, he lagged a little bit on the probe production. So, well, that's not so bad. For MacSed, that is. And in fact, yeah, now it's only a 3 probe difference when it could have easily been a little bit more. Still, that's not a huge deal. MacSed, gonna warp in some Adepts. He did find a great deal of success with them in game number 1. Wasn't enough to win him the game, but very well could have been. MacSed will take advantage of this blink timing here. DNS still about 30, 40 seconds, depending on how much he chrono boosts his own blink. Could be as short as 20 seconds even. 4 Stalkers into the main base. That is enough to one-shot probes, and he will go to work on them. And this is exactly the kind of thing that puts him right back into the game, and in fact is going to give him a small lead. Now we got double Adept in the natural, in fact. Oh, he should just recall those Stalkers out of the main. Oh, I think he stayed a little too long. Did he? Yep. Just a teensy bit too long. Yeah, 2 Adepts, 1 Stalker for 8 probes. That's still worth it. But you can see from the resources lost, a little expensive. He actually threw away more than he killed. Now, of course, the mining lost from that makes it worthwhile. But he could have saved all 4 Stalkers and gotten the same number of workers. So minor difference, but I mean, it is... Those things do add up for sure. MacSed faster into the +1 and way faster into the 3rd Nexus. DNS, he's going to be going for a pretty big attack, it looks like. He needs to get something done with this. Guardian Shield going to help out a lot on both sides, so it's basically no. Oh, MacSed. This is a funny situation where MacSed's point of strength is around his base. Big link forward in from DNS, and he will be able to snipe down one of his opponent's Stalkers right away. Gets one of the sentries as well. Good force field on the way out by MacSed to kind of break up the concave. DNS, ooh, he's going to get blinked on. But that does mean he can kind of blink defensively a little bit. Nice target fire from MacSed, hitting, well, spreading his DPS very, very well. Protoss players have gotten so good at that. Oh, we see a recall that could have been punished right there. That should have been at least 1 or 2 more dead Stalkers. Still, MacSed holds. He's got his 3rd Nexus done faster. He's now up a couple probes. And most importantly of all, his +1 weapons is nearly done, while DNS just now starts his Forge. And fighting on even army with an upgrade disadvantage is going to be, well, it is going to be very difficult. Extremely difficult to deal with. MacSed also getting to a quicker charge. He's adding 4 more gates as well. No more probe production for MacSed at the moment. And I think he might just go for it here when that Warp Prism finishes. He needs to Chrono Boost charge, if anything. DNS does have this Observer that will see, yeah, you got a fair number of units coming on in. I do like that MacSed starts up +2 attack. Even if he does go for the attack right now, +2 is a relatively small investment. It's only 150, 150. I think it's definitely worth it. DNS does recognize the danger he's in right now. He's going to throw down 2 additional shield batteries at this third base. But MacSed sees everything right there, and we can see his army supply has really started to explode. And with charge finishing with this +1 attack, I am very worried for DNS about this. This looks extremely tough. Extremely tough to hold. Charge also not done yet for DNS. MacSed, is he sending the War Prism around? He's gonna warp it into... Oh, he's gonna drop in the natural and warp into the main base. This is so scary right now for DNS. How do you defend this? Because if he sends his main army back from the third, he is going to... Oh, he's gonna get jumped. And DNS, I think MacSed has the observer over that third base location, so he knows exactly what his opponent is doing. Blink forward, will try and find the War Prism, and it will be able to get it. So that's pretty nice, but here comes a big move from MacSed at the third base. Immortal does get taken down. Battery overcharge will get a really good duration, but these charge lots are going to work, and now the shield battery is exposed. It gets taken down. MacSed, he is going to put Invictus Gaming on the board and keep their hopes alive of sending this to an ace match. Yeah, there's nothing that DNS can do at this point. GG. Well played by MacSed there. And he splits the series. And here we go for game number 5. Spawning down in the bottom right for the Platinum Heroes, looking to close it out for his team. It is ShaDoWn. And into the top left, looking to send it to an ace match, it's XY for Invictus Gaming. Yeah. I do think XY is a particularly dangerous player, especially in TVP. Ted v. Ped. He's not someone to be underestimated, that is for damn sure. And if you do, you're probably going to run into a problem. He's got some pretty strong timings. I believe that he actually took down someone really strong in TVT last season, which is funny because I think his TVT was his weakest. Yeah, he might have beaten Byun in a previous season. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. For now, it is going to be a 1-rack expand out of XY, and okay, good. The old man can micro. Able to stutter step the Marine, gets that probe. Not always a given. XY actually took a game off of Oliveira versus Kaitsu Gaming. What else did XY do? Taking a look back in the past. He took a game off Estrella. Once again, not a bad result at all. He went 1-1 versus Patty Mac, although Patty Mac I do think is a pretty dangerous player. Ooh, Adept shading right into the bunker. Only 1 Marine, so he's not going to get, brutally punished for that, but hey, it's not what you want. Now, Adept does shade past. And he's just going to be looking to deny mining time for as long as possible. You got to be careful not to overstay your welcome, but as long as you're mindful of this, it should be fine. Oh, ShaDoWn will be able to pick off 1 Marine. Oh, but loses the Adept. Yeah, 3 Marines beat an Adept. That's not what you want. That's not what you want at all. Losing that Adept early on. ShaDoWn should have shaded a little bit quicker. Will be a mine drop behind this, it looks like, from XY. He elected to skip the Hellion, I believe, and go straight into 2 mines then right into the tech lab. Meanwhile, it's going to be 4-gate blink out of ShaDoWn. And anyone who knows this stream or anyone who has seen MaxPax play knows how deadly this build can be. Actually, not even MaxPax. Parting. Who else has been deadly with 4-gate blink? A lot of Protoss have been pretty deadly with 4-gate blink. XY. Will he have what he needs to defend? He is moving out with this mine drop. Now, if you can retain the mines after the initial drop, it can be a really big hassle for 4-gate blink to deal with. Liberator is super interesting. Not going straight into the Raven. Little bit non-standard here. Ooh, Widow Mines. Oh, he gets 2 probes and keeps one of the mines active as well as keeping it alive. Oh, now he might be playing with fire a little bit. Okay. Well, at this point, he should have just let the first mine fire, or both mines fire. I think that would have been the better call, just to get an additional probe. It may not seem like much, but every probe does count. Liberator, ooh. Did he see that War Prism? Yes, he does. And it's going to take 18 shots to kill this. But at the very least, he sees it, and he knows what's up. And now he can actually use this Liberator defensively. Meanwhile, 2 Stalkers being forced to stay at home. And with full HP on that medevac, oh, that Liberator's in a bad spot. Pull it back, please, 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 please. Just pull it back and, like, have it, like, cover a random point. Ooh, there we go. Big blink forward into the natural. There is this... attacked with the SCVs. There is this bunker here that's going to be rather helpful. There's the Liberator sieging on up now. But ShaDoWn... Oh, my goodness. XY, please, get on top of this. He's going for the window mine drop on the other side of the map. The War Prism will get taken down, but it gets its warp in first. ShaDoWn is pretty trapped here. Siege Tank does siege up. XY not controlling his Marines particularly well. Go, get into the main. He does pull the SCVs. 8 SCVs will go down. Oh, ShaDoWn going to blink to the left side. I think he's going to be able to get out of here with these 5 Stalkers, and he should not have been able to. No freaking chance. XY stumbling a lot with the micro. Didn't cut off those units anywhere near as well as he needed to. He could have killed probably every Stalker with a little bit better micro. I think Big Gabe, Hero Marine, has spoiled me because he would punish a lot of the movements that ShaDoWn made there. But now ShaDoWn, he's up 6 workers. He's got a 3rd Nexus on the way. Going to blink it in the main base again. Stim and combat chills have not even started yet. And now they're going to be laid even more with that tech lab going down. ShaDoWn, ooh, does... Oh, he blinks out everything. He could have stayed in there a little while longer. Maybe even killed the barracks if he just individually blink microed. But easier said than done. I gotta say, that, yeah, that was... The execution on both sides. They are both playing with ping. It's China to EU. So they're both playing with ping. But still, that was less than clean from both sides. Nice job from ShaDoWn right here, though. Picks off 4 more SCVs. Only taking a little bit of hull... Well, a lot of hull damage on 1 Stalker. Still worth it. That's a nice play from ShaDoWn right there. ShaDoWn. Oh, nice hold position on the natural. Stalkers in the main base. Ooh, ShaDoWn trying to bait out some friendly fire, but really just loses the Stalker. XY does look like he's going for the 5 racks here. And where was that Marine movement before? I know he was trying to micro the Widowmine drop, but yeah, it would have been really worthwhile to focus on the Marines. ShaDoWn getting into Storm, that is going to be really good for him. And he's already got this charge on the way. XY, he might just pull the boys with this. And the fact that ShaDoWn is already pretty much caught up in army supply before XY has even moved out, and really before the gateways have even kicked in that much, is bad news for XY. Oh, we're seeing a Ghost Academy. Okay. I didn't miss a 3rd command center, right? He's going 2 base Ghost. 2 base, 5 racks with Ghosts. That is... No, there is a 3rd CC. Okay, I did miss the 3rd CC. Okay, so this is... Yeah, there's a third CC in the natural. I'm blind. I'm completely blind. That makes this Ghost Academy make a lot more sense. I was very confused. Yeah, no, yeah, this is still a good situation, I think, for ShaDoWn. Oh, does he recall? Yeah, he'll get out. A little bit slowish on the recall. Looks like he might not have had the energy for that recall right away. We are going to see a double drop coming on into the main base for XY. Oh, feedback. Nice feedbacks. Storm gets the medevac. That's a big pick. Okay, now ShaDoWn is very far ahead. He's up 20 workers. Doing a good job with the multitasking here. And not missing a beat on the Mac. Well, actually, he is supply blocked at 157. But he's going to have a Nexus finishing up momentarily. That'll unblock him. Yeah, ShaDoWn really starting to take control of the game at this point. And this would be the series here in favor of the Platinum Heroes if he can close this one out. Oh, Liberator. Look at that. Target fire on the probes. Nice job from XY. He kills one Stalker, gets 3 probes. That's worth. That's worth. XY going to try and turtle up at this third base. I do think that's the right call. With Storm, and he knows there's Storm, I think I would even like to see like 2 bunkers. Maybe even adding on 2 more Liberators at that third base just to try and hold, because this is going to be a tough situation. ShaDoWn is on a great economy right now. He has gotten up to... How many gases? Does he have the gases, the natural? I think he's got 1 of them. I'm just trying to look at the mini-map, so it's tough to tell. I think it's 7 gases for ShaDoWn. He's also got 2-1 getting close to completing. XY? Okay, he's going for it. He is going to move forward. ShaDoWn going up to a 5th Nexus, and it's that high-yield gas base as well. Yeah, ShaDoWn, I mean, the one thing I will say is that Ghosts are really good against pretty much this whole army of ShaDoWn. Nothing in this army deals particularly well with Ghosts. Yeah, this is going to be a one-punch army from XY. Ooh, ShaDoWn. No, Stalkers! Oh, he's going to lose a couple of them. That was like 3 or 4 Stalkers for free. Storm does miss. The drop actually gets in to the third base location. Nice EMP. Scan comes down. Does see the High Templar trying to flank. Yeah, there's no splash behind the Storm, or besides the Storm and the High Templar. Ghosts are really good against this army right now. But 11 Zealots coming in at a time. XY probably wants to move a little bit farther forward with those tanks, but ShaDoWn is going to go for it. His 2-1 has completed. Is there enough for XY to fight through this? Oh, he's trying to get behind the Widowmine's big EMP on the Zealots and Widowmine shot as well. XY is reinforcing, and I think he might just have enough to do it. It's now a 35 army supply lead. XY still has a lot of bio, but he needs to keep pushing. He needs to go. Zealots are going to feed in piecemeal one at a time. That is not what you want. We see the blink forward trying to get the army, but XY continuing to hold an army supply lead. That's a lot of Zealots warping on in, though. So many Zealots, and the medevac energy is mostly depleted. XY needs to stutter step back with these Marines. Yeah, there we go. Stalkers are adding on good DPS and taking down every medevac. ShaDoWn turning the fight back around, but that was extremely scary. Just now, ShaDoWn taking the army supply lead for the first time. These Widowmines, if those Widowmines were with the main force when that big Zealot warp-in came on in, XY would have won this game. I will die on that hill. Now we're seeing... Wait, SCVs being pulled? Those High Templar are very lost. Okay, now he morphs them into Archons, but that was very weird. 1 Archon gonna die. 3 Archons gonna die. Oh my goodness, ShaDoWn. What are we doing? ShaDoWn just threw away so many units on a completely reckless counterattack. There was no need. There was absolutely no need. This is XY lifting his main command center to the 4th base. And now XY is back in a big army supply lead. I still think ShaDoWn has this game in his grasp, but not getting very overly aggressive right there. High Templar. Oh, well, they're gonna... Yeah, okay, 1 Storm came down. It was okay. We do need to see ShaDoWn or XY adding on more Ghosts again. And he's not really doing that. If ShaDoWn gets up to 3-2, by the way, XY is still all in because he does not have an armory. He does not have a second engineering bay. There's nothing more coming on in for him. If ShaDoWn gets up to 3-2, there's almost nothing XY can do. Actually, if he gets up to 3-2 and the 2 Colossus he's building, there is nothing he can do. XY cannot chill. He cannot chill at all. ShaDoWn is outmining him by a pretty significant margin, I think, right now. Okay, there we go. Well, he's going for the second NG bay and the armory now, but that is so late. By the way, this observer has been absolute king of this game. That observer is giving so much vision. So much vision. Nice little zealot run by during this as a result of knowing where the army is. And Scan comes down, sees where ShaDoWn's, or where ShaDoWn's army is. XY might just try and remax again and go once more. He does have a lot of Marines. The problem is, he is facing against 3-2 Protoss. Oh, ShaDoWn. He's just going to try and bulldog it right up this ramp. Storm, first one, not the biggest connection, but... Oh, the second one's pretty decent. There's only one Colossus. It actually takes so much damage from that missile turret, but a big storm on the Marines will drive XY back. And during all this, 43 SCVs go down. Oh, please don't lose the Colossus to a missile turret. For the love of God. He lost the Colossus to a missile turret and the Observer. Nice repair on that missile turret. Not going to matter, but still never something you want to have happen. And ShaDoWn, even a little smile right there. I think he knows. And he's like, that shouldn't have happened. I shouldn't have did that. He is going to take this game, though. Oh, that's a big storm to close it out. Yeah, even if XY cleans up this whole army. Oh, actually, that was a full War Prism. And the Colossus falls. XY might clean up this whole army. But, yeah, the supplies tell the tale. And GG is going to get called. ShaDoWn will get it done for the Platinum Heroes. ShaDoWn, a smile. All right, here we go for the final game of the day. Spawning up at the top right for the Platinum Heroes. It was messy, but he did his job. It's ShaDoWn. And his opponent, spawning down in the bottom left. He was so close, but he wasn't able to make it happen in the end. It is XY for Invictus Gaming. But can he use that 10 in mentality to still scrape together a respectable 1-1 against a very strong player? That is the question. And it would be respectable against ShaDoWn. ShaDoWn is, like I said, strong player. Strong. All right, so we've got just a normal scout timing here from ShaDoWn. XY saying, hey, get out of here. Get out of here. Stop flicking me. ShaDoWn going to know that it's going to be a 1-Rax expand. Let's see if XY... Okay. I was going to say, when does the probe go back down to the natural? It is going to go back down to the natural in time to block a canceled Marine 1-Rax expand, which is always a possibility. And in fact, XY now going to go for the high ground command center. I like that he keeps the Marine hidden unless ShaDoWn wants to go up here. So now ShaDoWn, he has very limited information. In a preparation-based format, as far as ShaDoWn knows, this could be 2 barracks proxied on the map, in addition to the barracks at home. This could be something. There could be a second barracks. Actually, he's seen the gas, so he knows that it's not that. But there could be a second barracks on the other side of the map, currently researching concussive shells or getting a tech lab ready to research concussive shells and building Marauders. ShaDoWn doesn't know. And XY, he knows that ShaDoWn doesn't know. So while this command center on the main base might seem silly, it does create a conundrum for the Protoss. And look at that, ShaDoWn opening up with a quick robo. Now, I wonder how much of this is defensive orientation and how much of this is, I want to do something cool like Colossus drops. I honestly think this is defensive because, yeah, he's got a shield battery coming up at the front door as well. And that's a response to having not enough information, to not knowing exactly what's happening. Now, what are we going to see here? ShaDoWn? I mean, he's going to be able to see that it is reactor on the barracks, which is actually a good bit of information. And now he'll see this Hellion coming across the map. Oh, yeah, as long as he paid attention, he can see that that was a Hellion. So he'll know exactly what this is. And this is actually very good on paper for ShaDoWn. This quick robo is very nice against a cloaked Banshee play from XY. XY has no idea that there's a robotics facility this fast. If he did, he would not be going cloaked Banshee, that is for sure. But if ShaDoWn doesn't find out about the cloaked Banshees and they sneak across the map, that could be terrible for ShaDoWn, because all it takes is you just not having units in position, especially not having an observer in position for a couple seconds. You could lose 10 probes very quickly to 2 cloaked Banshees. Okay, where does this observer see? What does it see? XY does see the Warp Prism, and it's 3 Stalkers and an Adept. Oh man, if he doesn't see Cloak finish, Warp Prism will miss the Banshee. So the Banshee is coming across the map. There's going to be nothing at home, and no shield battery in the mineral line as far as I can tell for ShaDoWn. Oh, Observer. Okay, Observer did see Cloak being researched. That's good. That is really good. We are going to see this drop coming on in. Does find an SCV. Will kill the depot, I think. But here it is. The Banshee shows up. It's going to find how many probes? Just 1 for now. The shield battery is going to do its job. Oh, and there is a shield battery coming up at the main base. So ShaDoWn built that very quickly in response to seeing the Banshee or scouting Cloak on the other side. So that actually comes in huge handy. 2 probes, not what you're looking for from XY. You want a lot more value than that. XY getting a Raven behind this and a 3rd CC. So he will be vulnerable to being attacked for the next bit. But, oh, ShaDoWn. No. Oh, you can see in the bottom left on the face cam, letting out a big, like, woo, scary moment. That was very close. Banshees will get back into the main base and will find, oh, they only get 1 probe. The Banshee shot's a little bit too desynced. More so, I think, than anything, RNG on that one. And it causes them to, causing them to desync, so the shield battery is able to get enough healing. But that will not happen in the natural here. Oh, XY? He could have actually picked off 1 probe, but instead electing to go for the 3rd base, and well, he gets 1 probe there. Oh, he's not going to lose Banshee, is he? Yes, he will. That's painful. Well, now these Banshees, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to find any value. It is worth noting that in the previous game, ShaDoWn played High Templar, played Storm, but was very vulnerable to that ghost timing. And if XY can recognize that it's Quick Storm once again and gets up into that fast Ghost Academy, and ShaDoWn doesn't transition into Colossus or Disruptors quickly enough, he could find himself in a world of hurt. Also, XY getting 1-1 upgrades here. Always a nice play off of the 3cc. Well, 1-1-1 into 3cc. Pretty natural follow-up, pretty strong follow-up. Hallucinated Phoenix. I don't know that it's seen the double engineering bay, but he sees the timing of everything pretty much. And wow, with the 3rd command center knowledge, or knowledge of the 3rd command center, takes a very quick 4th and 5th base. ShaDoWn is double expanding. Hello? That is bold. XY has not yet started his combat shields. That's a big problem. You have a really strong 1-1 stim combat shields timing, but he's going to kind of miss out on that now. ShaDoWn does lose a couple of charge lots. Oh, please kill the observer. He's fumbling a little bit. XY is going to lose 2 SCVs to a singular Adept. Meanwhile, Zealot harass on that War Prism from earlier. XY having a bit of a tough time here, but ShaDoWn hasn't started his upgrade, just now starts it up. And so he will be 0-0 versus 1-1 bio for a while. And I don't think there's Storm. Still no Colossus. Heavy Marine play. Oh, man. XY just now starts the combat shields. Heavy Marine play is going to be a challenge to deal with for ShaDoWn. The Marines could really burn through everything quickly. Oh, we are going to see Banshee getting pushed away. There is no Ghost Academy, and Storm... Wait, did he start Storm for a moment and then just cancel it? Oh, that War Prism is going to fall to the missile turret. Probably should have backed away right away as soon as he got in range, but instead he's going to lose that. That means that now XY doesn't have to worry about Warpins at home, even though the Zealots got a couple SCVs. Not the best for him. That is a lot of siege tanks here, too, and XY finding himself in a pretty good position. This is interesting. ShaDoWn is going to be able to pick off reinforcements. We will see the shield battery in the main base, depleting of energy, which means probes are going to start to fall. Very nice find right here for ShaDoWn. XY, oh, he's moving forward. Combat shields does now complete, and he's got that 1-1 versus 0-0 advantage. Immortal's a little bit isolated on the right side here. Anti-armor missile coming on down. ShaDoWn doesn't have much of anything. There's the flank, but it's a little bit late. It's a lot late, and XY's siege tanks are going to work right here. ShaDoWn, well, he is going to clean up he is going to get cleaned up. XY will fight back. And at this point, he should be able to close this one out. No problem. Damn. Oh, now XY must be really sad that he missed that opportunity in game number 5. This could have gone to an ace match very easily. XY hasn't won just yet. And once again, similar problem that he faced in the previous game. He's out of medevac energy. Oh, that's a lot of SCVs coming across the map. The linebackers, we will see the Archons as they morph in getting jumped on. And that means, well, the big threat to this army actually is Archons right now, with all the Marines relatively low on HP and very little medevac energy. But XY, he's got this. There are a couple of mortals in the main base, but the reinforcements from XY going to be able to deal with the Zealots trying to get across the map. ShaDoWn does still have good mining, but it's not going to matter too much. XY is on his doorstep and is going to be able to, well, turn this into, instead of a -4, he's going to turn this into a -2. We will see Zealots trying to come in from the flank. ShaDoWn taking about the best engagement he can, but he just does not have the numbers. And XY... Ooh, hang on. Is there enough for ShaDoWn? There's a lot of Zealots warping in. Hang on. No, it's not enough. It looked like maybe, just maybe, it would have been if... Oh, yeah, there's the reinforcements of XY. ShaDoWn, that was a way better fight than I expected he'd be able to take. Nice, nice funneling of the Zealots right there from XY. And, yeah, he's got him. He's going to take down all of the production in the main base. All of the production, all the tech. ShaDoWn is, well, he is huffing that weapons-grade copium right here. He finds a couple reinforcements in the middle of the map. And once again, he fought this about as well as he could have. Still, XY, the old man still got it in him. ShaDoWn, he is trying to make this game complicated. He took a base on the right side. He still has those 2 bases on the top left. He's still on 47 workers, but there's nothing he can do realistically. As long as XY continues to search for bases and doesn't completely collapse, and I mean that physically, like he would have to fall out of his chair. As long as that doesn't happen, XY's got it, and there it is. He will fight back and gets a little point there. Very well done by XY. And a little kind of, definitely some satisfaction you can see from XY. And that's going to put the, well, that's going to solidify the end of this game, or the end of this series. We already knew that the Platinum Heroes had won this one, so even though ShaDoWn lost, he can still be happy that he did his job and that they picked up their 3 points. So good job. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video. Check out my other videos.